Hi, grade 6. This is a math video for page 278 and 279. Yes, you are at a study guide and review. And so let's take a look at it. I'm going to do selected portions of the assignment. I'm not going to do everything, but hopefully it'll give you a review of where you ought to be heading based on past lessons. So 1 to 6, those are those picking of the correct term to complete the sentence problems. We might talk about them in class. So I'm going to skip those. I'm going to go on to 7 through 12. Did you read the directions for 7 through 12? If so, you will notice it says estimate. They're not looking for an exact answer in 7 through 12. So I'm going to pick out number 8. Number 8 says 6 and 2/9, and they're subtracting from it 5 and 1/7. Estimating, I'm going to change this to 6 and change this to 5. Why? 2/9 is less than 1/2, so I'm going to round down to 6. And 1/7 is less than half, so I'm going to round down to 5. Gives me an answer of 1. Okay. Does that make sense? Hopefully it does. Look at the next section. The next section has some problems where we're adding fractions that have the same denominator, but it also has some problems where we're adding fractions that do not have the same denominator. So I'm going to start with, excuse me, I'm going to start with, how about number 16? Number 16, 1/9 plus 5/9. Hey, we got common denominators. So we can just simply add them together. We get 6/9. Remember, 1/9 plus 5/9 is 6/9. And in this case, we can simplify down to 2/3 because the top number and the bottom number can be divided by 3. So that's problem 16. What about something where we don't have a common denominator? Let's look at number 20. About 11/12 minus 1/6. Keep in mind that some of these problems are subtraction problems and some are adding problems. If you don't pay attention to the operation symbol, you might get a wrong answer. So in this case, what is a common multiple that 6 and 12 have in common? Well, if you're thinking 12, like I am, I think you're good to go. The multiples of 6 are 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36, and so on, but 12 is the smallest multiple. We don't have to do anything to this top number, but the bottom number, oh, there's a pattern of multiplying by 2. To change this to 2, subtract, and we get 9/12. Divide the top and the bottom by 3 to simplify, and you get an answer of 3/4. Let's go to the next section, 22 to 30. There we're adding or subtracting mixed numbers. And sometimes the mixed numbers have a common denominator, but sometimes they don't. Let's try number 29 first. Let's try 29 first. 29 says 3 and 5/8, and we are adding 3 and 5/8 to 11 and 1/2. How would I do that? Well, I know I need common denominators. So let's put this vertically first of all, and let's go with a common denominator of, how about 8? So I'm going to have 3 and 5/8 on the top. I don't have to do anything to that. But on the bottom, 1/2 is how many eighths? Isn't that a pattern of multiplying by 4? So 1 times 4 is 4. And now we get to add, right? 5 plus 4 is 9/8. 3 plus 11 is 14. Uh-oh. What do I do with the 9/8? Top number's bigger than the bottom number. That's going to be one of those long division problems, right? 9 divided by 8. We're going to turn it back into a mixed number. What do we get? I get 1 and 1/8. So what do we have then? We have 14 and we have 1 and 1/8, don't we? This is 1 and 1/8, 14. We add the two together and we get an answer of 15 and 1/8. So how about a subtraction problem? How about number 30? 4 and 3/10. 4 and 3/10. And we're going to subtract from that 2 and 4/5. 2 and 4/5. Can you see that over there? I think you can. Okay, what's going to be a common denominator here? How about tenths? Yeah, don't have to do anything to the top. It's already set to go. How many tenths is 4/5? Isn't that a multiplying by 2 pattern? So we put an 8 there. We add up and we get 11 tenths and 1/6. Uh-oh. Another one of those situations where 11 tenths is an improper fraction. So let's do that 11 divided by 10 thing, dividing to create a mixed number, and we get 1 1/10. So we've got 6 plus the 1 1/10 makes 7 1/10. We're done. 7 1/10. How about multiplying fractions and mixed numbers? Do you remember how to do that? I think I'll just do 1 in that section. I'm going to do number 35. 2 1/3, but it's negative 2 1/3 times 3/4. Now, the first thing I'm thinking about in this problem is my answer going to be positive or negative? Got a negative number times a positive number. What happens when we do that? A negative times a positive is always a negative answer. Next thing I'm going to do is change this back into a fraction form, right? 3 times 2 plus 1 is 7 halves. So we got negative 7 halves, negative 7 halves times 3/4. What does that equal? Negative 21 over 8. And if I do the long division thing, 21 divided by 8, I get 2 5/8. But it's going to be negative 2 5/8, right? Because we said that right at the beginning, didn't we? So negative 2 5/8. Anyway, any questions? Talk to me. Other than that, thank you.